Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Planet Coaster that I haven't made in I think it was 3 months. Yeah. So this episode is about me making somewhat of a plaza main area, sort of thing for the main street. Yeah, that's what this episode's about, fun fact. As you can see, I've started off with every single Planet Coaster player's favorite thing, going insane because of pathing. Why pathing? Alright. Anyway, also, this is my fourth time recording this because I had an issue with so many things for some reason. There was static in the microphone. There was me somehow recording for twice as long, which is a fun surprise when I saw that. So hopefully this time it doesn't go as poorly, and I can have a good video. Anyway, back to the actual subject matter of the video. So this sort of street area, most of this is going to get completely covered up later on, and so I'm just adding in the pathing now. So the basic idea that I wanted was, at first it was going to have some of a little lake area in there, and then there would be just it'd just be a little lake with a statue in the middle of it. Except, as you can see here by me frantically using the terrain tool, in there wasn't able to be affected by terrain effect things for some reason. I still really don't know why it wasn't. Probably just Planet Coaster path sorcery, whatever. But I had to improvise. So at first I just kind of made this just fenced in, just brick area with the Gozer temple things. By the way, Ghostbusters pack should not be this useful. Really. It has so many good pieces in it. It's absurd. But it started off, I was still kind of holding on to the idea of a water feature, and was trying to put in some fountain, little pool things. Yeah, as you can tell, it wasn't going so well. This kind of entire episode is just kind of a lot of, this ain't going well. Yeah. But I was just experimenting with the stone gates, and I just flipped them over, and put two of them side by side. And made this really just nice little support beam looking thing. And created this really cool looking octagon that was kind of being pushed in at some parts. It looked really nice. You can see it there. But I then came actually putting something inside, and I used the good old Planet Coaster trademarked method of just putting down plants and rocks when you don't know what to put in a space. Yeah, I just put down some rocks at first, and then in the middle, I put in just some basic plants, ironwood, forest bush, the red flower bush. What's it even called? Red floral bush. There it is. Yeah, and then after an unsuccessful attempt of putting some more flowers on those little pedestals and putting some ivy in there. And then there's also me trying to see if I can get a tree in there. Still not 100% sure what I was thinking there. But I eventually move on to trying to get a little statue thing. And at first I was just looking around. None of them were really working. None of them really were. It was just kind of a mess. And so I eventually tried to make a little custom one with the castle buttresses. I still not 100% sure I was really thinking with using these little brick things to try and make some depth and such. It just didn't really look good, and I kept trying to salvage it. Fortunately, I eventually realized, wait a second, this looks like garbage, and fix it, but I just spent way too long just trying to salvage this. Yeah, I eventually stopped for that day and decided to try something different. First I tried with just the normal castle for like 4-meter pieces. Didn't really work that well. Then Ghostbusters Pack to the rescue, man, with some more Gozer Temple pieces. Once again, these pieces should not be as useful as they are. But yeah, that, and then City Brick Cornices from, once again, Ghostbusters Pack. Why is it so good? It should just be like a generic cash grab, but it's not. Yeah, and then there's, keeping with the theme of this episode of me going insane over trying to make it look good, putting stuck in some stucco quins to make that try to look better. But I kept trying to find a column to put there, because it's kind of what the quin was, you know, the little cornices are trying to get. I also find like what exactly I was looking for with those vintage pack pieces. Yeah, but I didn't go with it. Then comes the point where I have to put down a statue. Of course, to put down M1 Abrams. No, I was struggling to find something that actually fit, and eventually decided upon like the World Fair Dragon statue. Just because it really was the only thing that fit, and wasn't too out of the ordinary. Yeah, but then after that, I still wanted to have the basic like water feature sort stuff and such. So I was looking for some sort of like faucet to have some water coming out of. It was, tried gargoyle. I tried a gargoyle. I thought I struck gold. I did not. It's like struck copper. But the ancient statue props did work very well. Then I just stuck some water coming out of it. Now, later on, I'm going to have a lot of water coming out of those spouts. So, realistically, if this place was actually real, well, if this place was actually real, they wouldn't have that stupid path thing, and there would actually be a water feature here. But ignoring that, if this place was actually real, most likely be some sort of, like, grate underneath that. Underneath the actual flowers and such, into a little pool where it all pool up, so that way the plants don't just kind of get just flooded. Anyway, moving on to night lighting. Those like little those like beam piece things, whatever, do actually get something on them. And then I move on to lighting up the actual statue after failing with fairy lights. I at first do just kind of keep this like goldish washed out tone on the sides, but then I realized, wait a second, that looks boring. I switched it all to like each of them having their own different colors. It looks way better, honestly. Way better. Yeah, I'm back today to continue with the water. I had some little water spouts coming out towards the center. Yeah, this is what I mean by the fact that these plants would not be alive if that was just dirt under there, unless they were like, I can't really think of an example there because I'm pretty sure there's nothing that survived that much water constantly being pummeled at them, except for like jungle plants, whatever. I put in some little mist because, you know, that much water would probably create some. Try out some of the different mist, temporarily make the dragon statue a god, and then just suddenly just using normal mist. I experimented around with some more of the special effects, try like the butterfly and the blossom things, but just, it wasn't really doing that well. So I move on to actually putting in the pathing. I'm not cover this all up, but I put a very temporary like pathing cover here. Like you'll see there's like holes in it around where it just shows the original pathing. But I wasn't really putting that much effort into this because of the fact that most of this is really just going to be dictated by the buildings around it, which judging by my upload schedule will probably be done within the next millennia. But yeah, but there were some big holes there, so I ended up putting some like hedges. Yeah, but I didn't put them on every side, and honestly it looks way better like that. And eventually just try and see if I can stuff in some more plants, but no, not really. Into the pictures of it, dragon but second angle. Then there's nighttime view of the garden with some of the buildings in the background. And then lastly, a shot of the dragon at night. And anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thank you.